Hello, it's Monday, February 3rd, and Trump has decided to destroy America. That's the headline for today. Do you think I'm too dramatic? He's only been in office 2 weeks. Maybe we need to wait and see how he settles into the job again? No, we do not need to wait. He's on a mission to destabilize and break the American government. Short term, Trump's ambition is his anti-diversity measures to satisfy his psychotic Christian nationalist supporters. Long term, he's planning an isolationist future for the country, one where U.S. soft power through trade and foreign aid has ended. And then there's one more thing here, and I will get to that shortly. Just this last Friday, Trump was interviewed, and he clearly said he will impose tariffs on Canada, Mexico, the United Kingdom, South Africa, and Europe. So far, he has shared details on 3 nations. Canada and Mexico are getting 25% tariffs, and China 10%. Just an hour ago, he announced a month-long pause to try to make a deal with Mexico. It says, I just spoke with President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico. It was a very friendly conversation wherein she agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the border separating Mexico and the United States. These soldiers will be specifically designated to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal migrants into our country. We further agreed to immediately pause the anticipated tariffs for 1 month period during which we will have negotiations headed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent, and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, and high-level representatives of Mexico. I look forward to participating in those negotiations with President Sheinbaum as we attempt to achieve a deal between our 2 countries. So, the UK, South Africa, and Europe now wait their turn in the president's sights. I wonder how much each will get. 10, 20, 30% tariffs? I don't know. Nobody knows. He probably doesn't even know. He does believe he's doing the right thing. He believes he's a master businessman doing big world deals, making America great again. Of course, none of those things are true. His actions are a disaster. Listen to this short clip where he really believes the United States has been ripped off in international commerce.
No, I'm not going to say. We may have short-term a little pain, and people understand that. But long-term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. We have deficits with almost every country. Not every country, but almost. And we're going to change it. It's been unfair. That's why we owe $36 trillion. We have deficits with everybody. We help everybody. We've been helping everybody for years. And to be honest, I don't think they appreciate it. So we're going to change that. We're going to change it fast. We're going to make America great again. We have to focus on our country.
Notice he says we may have short-term, a little pain, and people understand that. But long-term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. He keeps repeating 36 trillion in deficits or debt. It's hard to know what he means. Is it the U.S. national debt or trade deficits? Either way, it makes no sense at all. I said earlier there's one more angle Trump has with these tariffs. He really believes he can eliminate the federal income tax with a broad tariff policy. Take a look at this tweet from Mark Andreessen. He's a tech bro billionaire who's about as creepy as you can be. Mark points out that tariffs basically ended as an effective revenue policy around 1910, and then just a few years later, the U.S. enacted a federal income tax. So Andreessen writes, this is really remarkable chart of tariffs as percent of total federal revenue. The second industrial revolution, perhaps the most fertile area for technology development and deployment in human history, was 1870 to 1914. He's implying that during those years of technology increase and human development, there were no income taxes. And since he's a billionaire, he really doesn't want to pay any income taxes. He'd rather the people pay the tariffs, basically like a usage tax on the products that they buy, instead of him paying for his income tax. Trump responds, the tariffs and tariffs alone created this vast wealth for our country. Then we switched over to income tax. We were never so wealthy as during this period. Tariffs will pay off our debt and make America wealthy again. So as you can imagine, Tariffs will do none of those things. It will bankrupt the country. It will really have make difficult times for many, many people. And it will just be a regression into a time of the history of the country that was not like it is today. So, this tech billionaire bro wants to turn the clock back to 1910 and abolish federal taxes. And Trump says, sure, let's go. And now we have tariffs. The adage, truth is stranger than fiction, was never more accurate. You couldn't make this up and make it seem plausible. No one would want to read that book. Okay, I'm going to end today with one final thought. And I have read and watched many people calling what is happening to the U.S. a coup. That Trump's people are taking over government agencies by accessing private data or classified data or copying health records, stopping payments from the Treasury, and more. Now, these are certainly all crimes, and we need to see how these things develop, but none of that is a coup. It's the government the people voted for. The elected government half the country fervently wanted. Make America great again. And that's what we all got as a result. There's no coup. This is simply the government the people wanted, and now it's here. Great. So thanks for joining me today. Please like this video and share it. Don't forget to check out the Difficult Opinions website and the Blue Sky account. And until tomorrow, cheers.